In the quiet farming town of Elm Ridge, nestled between golden fields and endless horizons, lived a humble and kind-hearted farmer named Harold Whitmore, a man whose life was dedicated to his land, his red International Harvester tractor, and his beloved family of four: his wife Martha, their teenage daughter Grace, and twin sons Adam and Eli. Harold was known throughout the county not only for his exceptional crops but for his ever-present smile, storytelling under the old oak at Sunday market, and his uncanny ability to predict the weather just by the smell of the morning dew. But in the summer of 1996, something inexplicable occurred when Harold, after leaving the house in the early hours to plow the eastern field before the sun got too high, vanished without a trace. His tractor never returned, and after a frantic search by neighbors, sheriffs, and dogs, with helicopters scanning overhead and every barn and well checked within a 100-mile radius, the only sign left was the faint, muddy trail that led eastward before disappearing near a cluster of trees. The disappearance devastated the community, but even more so Martha, who aged years in a week, and the children, who struggled to grow up without the man who had been their pillar. Conspiracies circulated from alien abduction to Harold running away from a secret debt, but none seemed right to those who knew him. And time wore on. The seasons turned. The crops continued under the hands of Martha and the boys who became men. And the mystery of Harold Whitmore became a local legend, a tale told around campfires and classrooms, etched into the town's soul. Until one day 15 years later in the spring of 2011, as a crew began an industrial water reclamation project for a new development on the outskirts of the Whitmore farm. The heavy drill struck something metal buried far beneath the earth, and curiosity turned to horror as a red tractor was revealed, perfectly preserved in a strange underground pocket, surrounded by collapsed soil and fossilized roots. Further excavation brought out Harold's remains still seated, cap on head, clutching the wheel, a look of peace on his skeletal face as if he had simply gone to sleep while working. And the forensic analysis puzzled everyone, for there were no signs of foul play, injury, or mechanical failure. But what shocked everyone most was the discovery of a massive underground sinkhole that had formed gradually beneath the soft, over-irrigated land, a rare geological event that, according to the experts, might have formed a vacuum-like collapse just as Harold passed that exact spot, swallowing tractor and man in one silent second before sealing itself without a trace. And even though closure came with this shocking find, the town remained haunted by how easily the earth could consume a man and erase his footsteps. Yet out of the sorrow rose a memorial at the edge of the field, a bronze sculpture of Harold tipping his hat from his tractor, a plaque that read, "Vanished but never forgotten," and a local scholarship in his name for students pursuing agricultural science or geology. All while the Whitmore family, finally whole again in memory, continued their life on the land he loved. The story now passed on not as a tragedy, but as a tale of resilience, nature's power, and the invisible threads that sometimes weave destiny beneath our feet, reminding everyone in Elm Ridge and beyond that even in disappearance, a man's spirit can guide generations, and that sometimes the deepest truths lie not in what is seen, but in what the earth holds hidden until the time is right.